Welcome to my channel Echoes of Coin. What if I told you a single quarter in your pocket carries 2 centuries of American history? A coin that doesn't show 1 year, but 2. 1776 to 1976. Why was the eagle removed? Why was a drummer boy chosen instead? And could this ordinary-looking quarter be more valuable than you ever imagined? Before you spend it, you need to know its hidden story. The United States quarter dollar dated 1776 to 1976 stands as one of the most iconic and emotionally powerful coins ever issued by the U.S. Mint. It was created not merely as currency, but as a national symbol marking 200 years of American independence. The coin connects the birth of a nation in 1776 with a modern America that had survived revolution, civil war, global conflict, and cultural transformation. More than metal, this quarter carries history, patriotism, artistry, and collective memory pressed into its surface. The year 1776 represents the defining moment in American history. It was the year the Declaration of Independence was adopted, when 13 colonies formally broke away from British rule and declared themselves free and sovereign states. The ideals expressed in that document, liberty, equality, self-governance, became the foundation of the United States. 2 centuries later, as 1976 approached, Americans began preparing to celebrate the bicentennial of their nation. Planning for this historic anniversary began years in advance, involving federal agencies, historians, artists, and the United States Mint. The U.S. Mint decided that circulating coinage would play a major role in the celebration. Unlike medals or commemorative coins intended only for collectors, bicentennial coins would be placed directly into everyday circulation so that every citizen could hold a piece of history. The quarter dollar was chosen as the most visible and widely used coin for this purpose. Rather than removing George Washington entirely, the Mint chose to preserve his portrait on the obverse while introducing a new, symbolic reverse design. George Washington's image had appeared on the quarter since 1932, originally introduced to mark the 200th anniversary of his birth. His presence on the Bicentennial Quarter was deeply symbolic. Washington was not only the first president of the United States but also a central figure in the Revolutionary War. His leadership during the struggle for independence made him a living embodiment of the ideals of 1776. Keeping Washington on the coin reinforced continuity between the founding era and modern America. The most striking feature of the Bicentennial Quarter is its reverse design. Instead of the traditional eagle, the reverse depicts a colonial drummer boy standing proudly with a drum, accompanied by a torch of victory surrounded by 13 stars. This design was created by Jack L. Ahr, whose artwork was selected through a nationwide competition. The drummer boy represents the spirit of the American Revolution, symbolizing courage, sacrifice, and unity. Drummers played a crucial role during the Revolutionary War, relaying commands across battlefields and maintaining morale among troops. The torch beside the drummer signifies liberty and enlightenment, echoing imagery found throughout American symbolism. The 13 stars represent the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Great Britain. Together, these elements create a powerful visual story compressed into a small metallic canvas. It is a reminder that the nation was born through collective effort, not individual power alone. The dual date, 1776 to 1976, appears prominently on the reverse, replacing the traditional single year of minting. This was the first time in U.S. history that a circulating coin carried a dual date. It immediately distinguished the coin from standard issues and made it instantly recognizable. The date does not indicate the year of minting but rather the span of 200 years of independence. Production of the Bicentennial Quarter officially began in 1975 and continued through 1976. Despite the 1976 date, no quarters dated 1975 were issued at all. Every quarter minted during those 2 years bore the dual date. This decision was made to maximize circulation and ensure that bicentennial coins reached every corner of the country. As a result, hundreds of millions of these quarters were produced. The Bicentennial Quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, those from Denver bear a D, and those from San Francisco carry an S. The San Francisco Mint also produced special collector versions in proof and silver compositions. While most bicentennial quarters were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, special 40% silver versions were produced specifically for collectors. The copper-nickel-clad quarters were intended for everyday use. They consist of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. These coins weigh 5.67 grams and have a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, consistent with standard quarters of the era. The silver bicentennial quarters, on the other hand, contain 40% silver and were sold in special mint sets. They were never released into general circulation, making them more desirable among collectors. Public reaction to the Bicentennial Quarter was overwhelmingly positive. Americans saw these coins not just as money but as patriotic keepsakes. Many people saved them as souvenirs of the bicentennial celebrations, which included parades, historical reenactments, exhibitions, and fireworks across the nation. The coin became a pocket-sized monument to national pride during a time when the country was recovering from the Vietnam War and the Watergate scandal. From a historical perspective, the Bicentennial Quarter represents a moment of national reflection. The 1970s were a period of social change, economic uncertainty, and political reevaluation. Celebrating the bicentennial allowed Americans to reconnect with foundational ideals and shared history. The quarter served as a reminder that the nation had endured challenges before and emerged stronger. Collectors today value the Bicentennial Quarter for several reasons. While most circulated examples are worth face value, uncirculated coins in high grades can carry a premium. Proof versions, especially those in silver, are more valuable. Coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers, can be worth significantly more. Condition plays a major role in determining value, with coins graded MS-67 or higher commanding higher prices. The drummer boy design remains one of the most beloved reverse designs in U.S. coinage history. It stands out as a rare example of a circulating commemorative coin that successfully balanced artistry, symbolism, and mass production. Unlike many modern commemoratives, the Bicentennial Quarter was accessible to everyone, regardless of income or collecting knowledge. Over time, myths and misconceptions have grown around the 1776 to 1976 quarter. Some people believe that all bicentennial quarters are rare or extremely valuable. In reality, their value depends on composition, mint mark, and condition. Another common misconception is that the coin was minted in 1976 only, when in fact most were struck in 1975. These misunderstandings add to the coin's mystique and keep public interest alive. The legacy of the Bicentennial Quarter extends beyond numismatics. It represents a successful fusion of history and daily life. Millions of Americans unknowingly carried a symbol of independence in their pockets, spending it on groceries, newspapers, and bus fares. Few coins have ever achieved such widespread cultural penetration while maintaining historical significance. As time passes, the Bicentennial Quarter continues to gain nostalgic value. For those who lived through the 1976 celebrations, the coin evokes memories of childhood, family gatherings, and national festivities. For younger generations, it serves as a tangible connection to a milestone they did not witness. Coins like this act as silent storytellers, preserving the past in metal form. In the broader context of U.S. coinage, the 1776 to 1976 quarter paved the way for future commemorative circulating coins, including the 50-state quarters program and the America the Beautiful series. It demonstrated that circulating coins could educate, inspire, and commemorate without disrupting the economy or confusing the public. The Bicentennial Quarter is not rare in quantity, but it is rare in meaning. It captures the spirit of revolution, the endurance of democracy, and the pride of a nation reflecting on its journey. Whether found in a coin collection, a drawer, or loose change, it remains a powerful reminder that history is not only written in books but also struck in metal and passed from hand to hand. Two dates, one coin, 2 centuries of independence. The 1776 to 1976 United States Quarter Dollar stands as a tribute to the past, a celebration of the present, and a reminder of the ideals that continue to shape the American story.